A Jacksonville Beach woman says her right to freedom of speech is being denied by the city after she was told artwork hanging on her fence violates city code.
It's a story you'll see only on First Coast News. And the woman tells Brittany Dion that she's become a target because of her political views. She claims that the city's not taking threats against her seriously.
For 1 hour every morning, 68-year-old Sonia Fitch sits outside of her home, holding a red sign with big white letters that spell the word courage.
I grew up in a Georgia where the colored signs were still over the bathrooms. My parents have never, ever accepted that as the way it should be in the South.
Fitch says she's dedicated her life to activism and education, becoming an elementary school teacher. She's since retired and taken up expressing herself through art that she hangs on the white fence surrounding her home. But not everyone enjoys her heavily political, artistic expression.
They don't like your artwork.
They don't like that I'm opposed to Trump.
She started what she calls a peaceful protest a few short years ago.
In May of 2015.
In the time we spent with Fitch at her home on 9th Street, this was an ongoing occurrence. People shouted vulgarities and curse words as they drove by.
It's just unbelievably filthy stuff.
Fitch says she's had enough. She complained to city leaders at a council meeting. That's where we met her. She says she's also complained to the Jacksonville Beach Police Department.
The Jacksonville City Beach Police had told me on 3 different occasions that that was acceptable free speech to counter my free speech on my fence.
Fitch says things boiled over recently when she was physically threatened by a neighbor.
And he was just hoovering over me and pushing me towards the fence.
She called police but says they did not take the confrontation seriously. We went by the neighbor's home. Although a truck was outside, no one came to the door.
Love what she does.
Yet neighbor Martha Backer says the situation is scary.
Do you wish that she would just stop the art?
Not at all.
Fitch says she'll continue to express herself now more than ever.
Why put it on your fence? Some people may say you're asking for this attention.
My peaceful protest. I wanted to be heard. So this is how I did it.
So for 1 hour every morning, she'll sit outside of her home holding a red sign with big white letters that spell the word courage.
That was Brittany Dion with that report tonight. And Fitch says she's been summoned to a special magistrate hearing as city leaders claim that she's violating the city's temporary signs code. A date and a time for that meeting has not yet been set. We did reach out to the city and the Jacksonville Beach Police Department for comment. We'll update this story when we hear back.